Hello, today we would like to present you a solution to help you track your family incomes and expenses, your family budget. It is a solution totally based on Microsoft Excel, so you don't need to install any additional software nor third-party components. The interface is always the same Excel, so you don't have to spend time for understanding it and for learning it. My family and I have been successfully using this application for already 2 years. Let's see what it offers you in terms of functionality. First of all, you notice that the workbook is split into a number of sheets. 12 sheets contain monthly information about your daily incomes and expenses. Reports sheet contains some reporting tables and charts about your financial activity throughout a year, split either by type of financial activity, income or expense, or by expense categories. Settings sheet contains information about current language, current formatting, expense categories, and other. Let's watch first the settings sheet in details. From here, you can change the list of your expense categories. In addition, you can set the number format that you want to see in the whole application. After any change of this kind, you have to click the button to update the category list and the number formats in all the sheets of the workbook. And you see all your changes reflected in the application. There are two other buttons on the sheet, Update Year and Clear Database. When the current year finishes, you would probably like to update the workbook to the current year. You simply have to create a copy of the current workbook, clear the database, and update the year. It is done in the following way. You simply create a copy of your database. You update the current year, and you clear the database because the current year has just started, and so you have no information. And so it's done in this way. The last thing to tell about the settings worksheet. The application contains a localization module that allows a one-click language change in the workbook. As you can see, the biggest part of the sheet is dedicated to the textual information. These texts represent all the labels, warnings, texts, and so on used by the application. Everything that is in red cannot be changed. Everything in blue can be changed. New languages can be added to the right of the column H with your own text equivalents to the original messages. Now, let's switch to the month sheets. In each month sheet, you see an obviously same layout. On the left, you can see the summary of your daily expenses. On the center, you see the month balance, your expenses, incomes, and the remaining balance. The right side is the input side, where you insert incomes and your expenses. The insertion process is simplified to maximum. If you carefully keep your balance updated, you tend to insert incomes and expenses every day. So when you double-click on the cell from the day column, the current date will be automatically inserted. Then you insert the sum of income and expense and, if necessary, some explanatory comment. In the expenses part, you would have to indicate the expense category to make the application able to split the costs among all your different expenses. And finally, there is a reporting sheet where you see the aggregated information. Here you can find the information about the split between monthly incomes and monthly expenses. This cell represents your current balance. And there is also a table of aggregated information about your monthly expenses split by categories. Well, this was the solution that we wanted to show you today. We want to remind you that the purpose of the presentation was to show the opportunities that Excel offers in terms of creating flexible and scalable applications and the and our abilities to create these applications. Although the current application is already functional enough to satisfy all my personal needs, it can be still extended with the supplementary functionality that you personally might be interested in. Just let us know and we will do our best in making the application fit your needs. Thank you very much for your attention.